What is going on, everybody? We are back with another wrestling review. This is CCW, and I'm Nick.
And I'm Joe.
And we are covering AEW Fright Night Dynamite.
Say that 3 times fast.
And I was excited because I'm gonna be honest with you, I am pretty sure that I have enjoyed every Fright Night Dynamite they've done that I've seen. I feel like they typically put on a good show. Yeah. But I'm especially excited to talk about the one tonight because tonight was an exceptionally good show as compared to normal.
It was. It certainly broke up the kind of awful streak they were on in regards to all of their shows. Because even the last pay-per-view wasn't like a banger.
Right. This show was better than that pay-per-view, hour for hour.
I don't disagree with that. It was a very good TV. I'll say that.
So
pay-per-views are just on another level, though.
I just don't remember. So I started watching late by about 15-20 minutes. I decided to take a nap at an inopportune time and woke up and was like, crap. So I don't have the start that I normally do. I don't know where they are, but I do know.
They're in Texas still.
Are they in Texas still? I do know that we have Excalibur and Bryan Danielson on commentary.
Yes.
And Excalibur shined for me tonight on several occasions. He had some really funny moments.
You mean where he mistook people for other people in the tag team match?
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. I didn't even realize that. I wasn't paying that close attention at that point. I was more talking about making fun of Don Callis.
Yeah.
But we immediately just start off with a match. It jumps right into match 1, which is a tornado tag match, which I love. By the way, the AEW is doing more of these.
I agree.
Tornado tag is my favorite version of tag because I feel like it takes away the monotony that is like cutting the ring in half and keeping people from being able to tag in.
It depends who's wrestling. Some people excel at that stuff, like FTR, but a lot of Ring of Honor talent is a little too fast and loose, so
right.
Restrictions and rules and boundaries, especially with the indie style that they wrestle, kind of gets in the way.
But hear this. When I seen what the match was, I was like, shit. Because I was not wanting to see Yuta and Garcia. I just wasn't. But they ended up putting on a really good match as a whole.
It was 4 little dudes.
Yeah.
Just tearing it up.
Like I said, match was pretty good. Darby got Yuta to submit using a really... Dude, he can sink in that Scorpion Deathlock pretty well.
His Scorpion Deathlock is so much better than the other little guy who tried to do it.
Daniel?
Who's also in this match. Daniel Garcia. It's not even funny. But, Darby was with Sting. If he can't do a Scorpion Deathlock after being with Sting for like 3 years...
Right.
I would have some serious concerns.
I could have done without the drool while he was doing it. I don't know what the drool was for.
I didn't even notice the drool.
Dude, I could not notice, dude. It looked like he was trying to spit.
I was looking at where he had his legs and how he had him cinched in. I didn't look at Darby's face at all. I was more concerned with the actual technique of the move.
Look, I felt like the spit was going to hit me. I felt like it was pretty obvious.
In 3D.
But there was a stinker moment in the match where the ref helped somebody kick out. Did you see that?
I did not. It was probably Rick Knox then. No, it was Bryce, wasn't it? Bryce did this match.
I believe it was Bryce. So, yeah. One of the faces were down and being pinned. I think I want to say, I think it was Darby, and Bryce goes down, hits the one. hits the 2 and goes to do the thing where he makes it look like he's trying to check to make sure his shoulders are on the mat.
Where it was the longest 2 count ever because he was waiting on the save.
But yeah, so he goes under, that. Checks the shoulders, and then pushes them on his way up, and of course the save still comes in and lands. But I was like, dude, that was so obvious.
Yeah, it was bad. I remember that now.
I was like, this is the type of stuff in refereeing that
just count it.
Both shows need to fix. Both companies, because there has been some stinker of referee moments overall the last couple months. I did say it made me laugh though
because they go backstage and then they get blamed because the wrestler looks bad. And then it's a back and forth of you're to blame, no, you're to blame. So I understand why they do it, but
right,
it's better just to count.
I did put though. I said it made me laugh because it was almost smooth, almost. We get a backstage segment where Hook cut the promo of his fucking life.
We didn't go over who won.
Yeah, I did.
Scorpion Deathlock.
Yep.
Yuta took the L like he's supposed to.
Yep. Backstage segment, Hook cut the promo of his life. He was wearing a D12 shirt.
I still didn't like it. That's why you liked it. You liked it because of the D12 shirt.
No, I did like the D12 shirt, but that's not why I liked it. That's not the first time he's wore a D12 shirt. But he did say that he was going to make sure Joe didn't win tonight because he showed the world who he truly is, and Hook already knew who he was, which is why he didn't go back with him. So I did like that.
I mean, it was more personality than Hook usually shows, so I didn't dislike it.
I would still rather him never talk, but you know what? I'll take a winner when I can.
Right. Just be like your dad, just be imposing in the corner. Oh, wait, you're 160 pounds and can't be imposing. Shit.
I don't know, dude. He had a pretty good couple moments in that match tonight, too, though.
The main event, everybody shined, just especially Joe, because he was clearly winning by all the shine he was getting.
Yeah, he was. But everybody looked good in that match,
Everybody looked good.
I popped for Lashley so much, except for one moment. We'll get to that, though. We're jumping way ahead. So, Young Bucks versus Jet Speed versus FTR versus Jurassic Express. Winner goes on to face Brodito. I'll say that again. Brodito. Because somebody likes to forget that that's the tag team champions.
Ow. Dropped my phone. I didn't hear that. I'm going to assume you were talking about me. Bandito and Buddy is what I'm just going to call him.
Bandito and Buddy? You mean Brody?
Yep. I know, but just Buddy as in pal, not as Buddy as in Buddy Matthews. He's still hurt.
I need him to come back. Anyways. True
that.
Oh wait, before that happens though, backstage, I forgot about this. Don Callis is talking, but the Young Bucks show up and Callis tries to recruit them again. And says he set them up with a special entrance, and off to the side we see that there is a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which was ironic considering I watched the first Ghostbusters movie today.
Nice. Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
It's a great movie, dude. Cats and dogs.
Of course it is.
Oh, dude, it's so good. Anyways, sorry. There's a little backstory to this. So the reason I've been playing a lot of Spirits Unleashed lately.
Oh, really?
I have, because it's a fun game. I've liked it for a long time.
Sure.
But I found some other people that actually play it, so we've been playing it and having fun with it. And then not too long ago, I actually watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Which is funny, because I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet.
Oh, Afterlife is so much better.
Well, we're getting there. So, I watched Frozen Empire, and I loved it. I actually thought it was an excellent movie. And the reason...
I love Ghostbusters, and I did not care for that movie.
The reason I hadn't watched them is because I didn't care to see Paul Rudd in a Ghostbusters movie. Because I was like, look, I already forget that the 2016 one exists for reasons. And then, I was cool with just having the first two movies. But I was doing this thing where I was catching up on a backlog, right, of 2024 horror movies that I hadn't seen. Ghostbusters Frozen Empires came up, and I really liked it. So,
you're gonna like Afterlife so much more if you haven't seen it yet.
And I haven't. I plan to eventually watch it. My goal is to watch through the 4 movies, relatively back to back to back. Again, skipping 2016 because I try to remember. I try to pretend that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not in my canon either.
Well, it's not actually even officially in the canon. So,
Man,
it's
thank goodness.
It's considered a reboot, but they stopped that shit.
Do you know what the best part of the 2016 movie was?
The proton packs look pretty cool.
No, it has nothing to do with the movie. They released High C Ecto Cooler during the time that happened.
Well, their proton packs are in Spirits Unleashed if you want to use those as your design. And I was like, they do at least look cool. But
I'm an old school kind of guy. I went with the originals.
So I actually wear mostly what was the cartoon called?
The Real Ghostbusters.
The Real Ghostbusters. I wear the proton packs and stuff from the Real Ghostbusters.
I had the proton packs from the Real Ghostbusters.
I had the trap. I didn't have the proton packs.
Me, Dean, and Johnny all three got the proton packs and the ghost trap for Christmas from our aunt one year.
But then I decided to.
Fun fact.
Then I decided to use the trap recently, just for design look from Extreme Ghostbusters, because it's not the normal rolly out trap. It's this weird dome-like trap that opens up that I think looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, enough about Ghostbusters. Back to the actual thing.
This is not a Ghostbuster podcast, Nick.
It could be. It could be.
It really could be. I love me some Ghostbusters.
However, so the whole reason I even brought all that up, there's a Stay Puft Marshmallow guy backstage, as well as a man dressed in all black and a inflated cow person costume hanging out backstage, and they made sure to show us because it's Fright Night Dynamite. Anyways, so back to the thing. Bucks come out to a Callus introduced video like he does his people, which I was like, man, I really hope this makes them not want to go with Callus, because like I really don't like Callus doing the intros. Callus legit has earned go away heat for me. Like, I almost want to just turn off my fucking TV.
So you're telling me every time you hear, I have something important to say, you cringe?
Yes, I do. There's a way to be a heel, and then there's a way to be like Vicky Guerrero, and he's gone way more Vicky Guerrero than he has being a heel.
I kind of agree with that, and I love me some Don Callis.
Perry came out with a goat mask because of the whole scapegoat thing, and it's Halloween. Woohoo! So that was pretty neat.
Callbacks.
Yep. He did not wear it to the ring though. He made sure to take it off and then throw it to the ground, as if to say,
"Because I'm a baby face now."
Fuck that gimmick. So there were a couple cool points, high spots that I wanted to mention in this match. There's this part where Jack Perry goes to dive over the top at FTR, and they catch him.
And they smash his face into the announce table.
Yes, they do.
I also wrote it down. It's like the only move I wrote down in the whole thing.
Was a really good spot. There was another fun spot where Dax, off the turnbuckle, suplexed Kevin Knight to the outside of the ring, obviously into a bunch of people.
Onto the rest of the teams in the match.
Still a fun spot, though.
It was an all-down spot.
Knight sold his knee really well, because for a second I was like, man, I hope he really didn't hurt himself.
I thought he got hurt too.
But he was fine.
I was like, what did he hit? Did he hit Luchasaurus's giant fucking head? What did he hit his knee
on? Knight kicked out of a BTE trigger. FTR hit Knight with the Shatter Machine. He gets the 3, which I thought was a bit predictable, and I'm kind of annoyed because I really didn't want it to be FTR and Brodito.
I didn't think it was predictable. I thought it was going to be Jurassic Express because of how hard they've been pushing it.
I didn't, because I see where this is going. Now, I don't know who's going to win, by the way. I look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have an idea of who I think is going to win the tag title match. Here's what I do think.
FTR's been rumored to have been winning them for the last 3 pay-per-views.
Well, I feel like
Syndicate had it for 2 of them.
I feel like there's an extra thing to think about. Does Cope and Christian come back and screw them out of winning the tag titles, or do they come out to challenge them after they win them?
I think post-match.
Because
I think you're right on. I think you're right on, but I think it's post match.
Because I do
And
feel like
FTR is going to be transitional champions.
I feel like it's a good time to bring Cope and Christian back. They had their month and a half off
Sabbatical.
to do hang out with family or whatever it is that they're doing. I just listen, I love FTR, I really do, but I'm tired of seeing the same two teams at the top of the fucking thing. I listen.
I love FTR so much. I don't get bored with FTR.
Well, see, and that's the thing. FTR is
I'm tired of Stokely.
FTR. FTR is my favorite tag team in wrestling right now, and they have been. And I think they are easily top 3 best ever. Easy.
Oh, easy. To me, it's them and the Dudleys. That's the top 2.
Them Dudleys and honestly Road Warriors, and
yeah, Road Warriors won a shitload. I don't.
Well, we didn't grow
necessarily like their style, but
right,
their significance.
But I feel
undeniable.
I feel like the thing we missed with the Road Warriors though was we missed a lot of their late 70s, early 80s stuff outside of WWF.
Yeah, their WCW stuff, their Japan stuff,
right?
They were fierce, man.
Now I say all of that, and even the Dudleys consider the Road Warriors the best ever themselves.
Well, it was the best age of tag team wrestling. There was just
there were tag teams everywhere. You had the Steiners, you had them. Dude, they had legendary tag teams in the 80s. I mean, dude, there's been legendary tag teams for each generation, except for
Rock and Roll, Midnight Express. I mean, just on and on and on.
The Von Erichs. There's a lot.
Freebirds.
The Hart Foundation.
Demolition.
We could do this for a while.
Bushwhackers.
Oh, no, not except for them.
The
maybe
Bushwhackers. Fine.
Maybe
they
some
were 90% gimmick though.
Maybe some Nasty Boys, but Bushwhackers are a no.
I'll get behind some Nasty Boys. Nasty Boys were kind of underrated to me.
It was Brian Knobbs and what was his tag team partner's name? I can't remember the other one.
Skaggs.
Shags. I think it's Sags. Jerry Sags or some shit like that. Anyways,
yeah, something like that.
I just remember Brian Knobbs because I'm like, how do you get stuck with the last name Knobbs?
Well, I remember Brian Knobbs because he was friends with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah, that's other things.
Yeah, he was close to Hogan.
Anyways, with all that being said, I was hoping honestly for it to either be Jurassic Express or Jet Speed. Now I know they were going to go a heel side, so like either way I was going to get stuck with whoever the fuck won to go up against Brodito.
Yeah.
At least with
I think
that,
it's time for Brodito's reign to come to an end.
Oh, I was hoping for them to lose at Full Gear. Don't get me wrong. I don't want Brodito to hang around much more than they already are. Like I'm ready for Brody King to get pushed some other way than being stuck in a tag team.
Agreed.
But I just didn't want it to be to either of the two heel teams in this match. Can we get a Don Callis team in there to win? Listen, I'm okay.
No, I don't want to.
You're telling me you wouldn't want to see like Josh Alexander and Hechicero. Maybe not Hechicero. I'd be okay with a Josh Alexander Archer run. Anyways.
Yeah.
We'll get to all that later.
I still prefer FTR.
I'm just fucking tired of them. I need them to go away for a while. I love them, but God, I'm tired of them.
That's the thing. They don't have that much longer left. I think this is their last contract. I think they've stated that in interviews, so I'm gonna enjoy it while I got it. Because I think when I don't have it, I'll miss it.
Yeah, we thought that about Jericho. And I still don't want him back. Anyways.
No, I did. I was glad when he went away. I am not looking forward to his inevitable WWE return.
Yeah, so I just my whole thing is I don't know how this goes. I could easily see Copa Christian screwing him too though. I just don't know what Tony Khan's thoughts are going to be going into it.
I mean, I think Brodito has run its course is the only reason I'm thinking post. Right. Just so you can get the belts off of Brodito so you can get Christian and Cope a tag title run.
Yeah, they'll inevitably be the winners of the tag titles. It's bound to happen. Tony Khan loves to give old acts that are legendary acts.
Now, whoever beats them, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll probably want to put over a young team.
Listen, you know who you put in there to beat them?
Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian.
Fuck you.
You're only mad because you could actually see that happening.
I was actually, I mean, you could. I was hoping for the Outrunners.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. They're just as old as Christian in them.
No, they're not. They're the youngest team in wrestling.
The Outrunners? No, they are not.
They're the youngest guys in the ring.
If you go by when their gimmick was, where their gimmick's supposed to be from, yeah. If you're subtracting 30 years from them, sure.
Maybe they'll strike a deal with TNA and get the Hardys in there.
Oh man, you know what's silly? It's not even 30 years that would get you to the 80s. That's depressing.
Hold on. How old are the Outrunners? AEW.
I'm going to say they're in their 40s.
Nope. 30s.
Really?
Yep. Now,
upper 30s for sure.
Truth is 37.
Okay.
Floyd looks to be about 34, 35.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, fuck. They got like 10-year. They got a 10-year run in them.
Right.
I retract my previous statement.
So
they just look old as fuck.
I think that's the point.
It's the gimmick, I know.
They've done it well. They're like Timu, Hogan, and fucking Savage.
Turbo Floyd and oh god, what's the other guy's name, Nick?
Oh, I just had it up too. I'm mad.
It's Turbo Floyd and
I just said his name when I was talking about it.
I know, but I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Magnum, Truth Magnum, Turbo Floyd.
Yeah, Truth Magnum.
So, anyways, we get our in-ring segment, and it's the Don Callis Summit. And this is where I laughed at Excalibur because he called the Don Callis family theme song the Brown Note, and I was like, "That's amazing."
The Brown
Note. Rocky Romero gets some mic time, which was actually pleasant. He actually is not bad on the mic.
No.
In the ring, he probably should never wrestle. But Rocky Romero on the mic's all right.
Rocky's not that bad a worker either.
He's not. I just like to give him shit. He unveils a new painting called La Familia, which looks like all the other Don Callis family paintings.
Yeah, terrifying.
Absolutely. Takeshita apparently couldn't be there at the time because of transportation issues.
Travel issues, yep.
A few of them get a chance to say something on the mic, and I have to say, Josh Alexander, as always, sounds the best on it.
Yep.
And as always, Fletcher sounds the worst. He should stop.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he sounds the worst. It's just...
Listen.
The way he comes off on his promos. He's screaming into the microphone.
We haven't heard El Clone yet, okay? So for right now, Fletcher's got the worst sound on the mic. I'm bullshitting a lot too, guys. I actually like Fletcher. I've admitted I'm a Fletchlight. I've never been a fan of his promos. He's very over the top yelly. It's like watching Tony Khan with a better physique all the time.
Oh, it's not that bad.
We're
gonna have to rein that in. It's not. No, Tony Khan goes out there like he just took a bump and is.
And Kyle doesn't.
Not a wrestling bump, by the way, and is out there out of his fucking mind.
But Fletcher reads the Don Callis oath, which is goofy as hell. It's basically like, "Oh, we are always to help each other" type shit. Takeshita's music does hit, and immediately Okada and Takeshita come face to face. Callis says that they need to listen to what he wants, and Callis basically threatens Talk with kicking him out of the group, and then tells Talk to shake Okada's hand. Talk goes to shake his hand, and Okada gives him the middle finger.
Well, Don Callis made it about Talk's honor,
right?
And Talk is a very honorable man because number one, he's Japanese, and number two, he's a champion.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Yeah.
uh,
But I'm just ready for these two to fight.
oh,
Callis announced that they're going to team for a match on Collision, and I'm like, just let them fight.
so listen. Overall, I hated this segment because I felt like it was
I didn't
pointless.
hate it. I just thought it was pointless.
That's why I hated it. It was pointless. Now, if they'd have gotten to a brawl, so here's what I was hoping was going to happen. I was hoping that they were about to jump Takeshita out the group. Because, like...
Ooh, like some Bullet Club shit, huh?
Yeah, because, like, Takeshita came out, and Callis was making it about him, and not about Takeshita. And I thought that Don Callis was vicious, be like, all right, but you wanted this. And then all of a sudden, everybody get up and just beat the hell out of Takeshita. Right? Like, that's what I thought we were going to get, and then we weren't going to see Takeshita again until...
We might get that on
full
Saturday.
Gear. Until Full Gear. Like, that's what I wanted. But, like, now I just feel like... I don't know. I just feel like this was pointless. Like, there was no reason to even do this if we're not going to have them actually fight it out. Right now. But yeah, no, I thought he was going to get jumped out. And it didn't... now... Even if they didn't necessarily jump him out and the two guys just got into an actual fight and then were broken up, I'd have been cool with that too.
Well, they did kind of hold talk back.
Right. But
Okada just laughed at him.
I do love this whole Okada super ego thing, though, where he just laughs at Takeshita all the time.
I agree.
It makes him look a little psycho.
Yeah. His grin that he does, where he's just all teeth and crazy eyes.
Looks like Mr. Ed. Yeah, it's amazing. Anyways, we get a backstage segment that could have also done without. Chris Statlander's like, hey, I'm going to be ringside to support Monet in her match against Olympia. However, if Monet wants to find me tonight, she knows where to find me. I'm the one with the title.
That she doesn't have.
Yeah. Then we get match 3, which is my match of the night. Kyle O'Reilly.
I think the tag team match is my match of the night.
Oh, dude, I loved this, though.
This was good. I didn't think this was as good as their first match.
Joe might remember this, but when Kyle O'Reilly first came back from being injured, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then, like, the first couple matches Kyle had, I was like, he doesn't stand out to me. Like, that was my problem. He just kind of blended in with everybody else on the roster. I was like, Kyle O'Reilly does not stand out to me.
Really? Because that's like his whole thing. He's quirky.
Hold on. Remember, this is when he first came back from injury. This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago at this point.
It was about a year ago.
Hold on. When did Kyle O'Reilly come back from injury in AEW? Okay, it was March of 2024. So still early last year.
Sure. So, like you said, it's been like a year and a half.
Right. But I didn't watch them in NXT. So I didn't know what they were capable of.
Oh, you didn't get to see the greatest era of
no, dude,
NXT.
I missed everything with Adam Cole. I missed everything with the Bearcat, whatever his name is now. I can't remember for some reason.
Keith Lee.
I missed all that
Bearcat,
shit.
Oh man, we don't talk about Bearcat.
Listen, that was what he was on the main roster.
No.
It was terrible.
That's some Vince McMahon dumb bullshit there.
I love me some Keith Lee.
We don't talk about that.
I love me some Keith Lee. He still has one of my favorite moments in the history of ever in AEW, and it's when he launched, I believe it was Rocky Romero, almost out of the building.
With his pounce?
No, it wasn't even a pounce. It was a back body drop that he threw him 50,000 feet in the air. It was...
You should see the time he pounced Adam Cole
into the audience. Crowd. I have seen that because it's in GIFs everywhere, and it's one of my.
It was badass. Adam Cole was like 6 rows deep.
The camera work was also amazing on that. I will say.
Yes.
Because
I continue to struggle with AEW and their production. Did you notice during the first match when it spilled into the crowd, they didn't have the spotlight ready, and 2 of them were just in the back wrestling in the dark.
I didn't because I wasn't paying that close attention.
Yeah, it was bad.
I saw somebody. I saw there was a part where they were in the crowd where Yuta finally came from out of nowhere and tackled whoever was wrestling against Garcia, and I thought it was a different member of.
Yeah, that's because it was black back there, and you didn't see that him and Darby were already back into the crowd.
Right. But yeah, so no, basically what I was saying over all this though, Kyle O'Reilly absolutely has won me over, as well as Roderick Strong for that matter. I do.
Oh, good.
I do think I like Kyle more than Roderick, and I don't think that's going to change.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
as a tag,
I love Roddy more, and we usually like
yeah.
one or the other.
I was
so.
I was an Edge guy. You were a Christian guy. I was a Jeff guy. You were a Matt guy. It's just how it goes, guys. I was a Rick guy. I think you were a Scott guy.
Yep.
But yeah, no.
I was a Farouk. You were a Bradshaw.
Yeah. Although I think I actually liked Farouk more. I just liked wrestling
That's not hard to. Ron Simmons is great.
I just liked wrestling as Bradshaw and No Mercy because that clothesline was vicious.
That game is so fun. God, it's so fun.
Plus his clothesline, his clothesline from hell, you could do as a regular move by running at them.
Yep, you have the standing one and the running one. It's just great.
So good.
When you hit them sometimes and they just do the little knockout buckle thing.
That's one of my favorite animations in wrestling games ever because they had it since the first AKI game.
It's great.
But yeah.
Boy, we're full of tangents tonight.
Yeah,
my apologies, people.
But no, I loved this match, and Kyle. One of the things I like, Kyle kept trying to get Moxley to tap, and I love this.
Oh yeah.
I love this like panic Mox seems to always go into when he's in a submission now.
Right. It was a great psychology kind of match.
And unfortunately, we got a double count out because O'Reilly locked in the guillotine choke outside and did not let go, which I don't understand that point. Although, post-match, after it was all done, Shafir took out Aubrey. I'm going to wonder if there's going to be any, you know what? I bet Aubrey ends up being the ref in the tag
Referee
match.
for Blood and Guts?
No. I bet she ends up being the ref in the tag match.
Oh. For
next week.
For Marina's match?
When it's Marina and girl.
Megan Bain, which we'll get there.
Yeah. Anyways, Shafir took out Aubrey. Claudio comes out, and then Roderick Strong comes out, and then Garcia and Yuta, then Darby, Cassie, and Mark Briscoe. Briscoe gets a mic. I said, time to see if I'm right, because for those of you that didn't know, I believe the last 2 weeks, I was like, I bet we're gearing up towards a Blood and Guts match.
Yeah, they haven't necessarily been keeping it secret, but
Mark asks OC to tell him what they want, and Orange goes, Blood and Guts.
Yeah, he was reluctant. He's just like, Blood and Guts.
I said I could see the future, or the obvious, I guess.
Right. All in all, good post match. As I was getting feedback in my own headset here. Good post match. I liked where they went. It was brief. It didn't outstay its welcome. Mark Briscoe didn't have the mic long enough to make me hate him.
Right. I don't even mind when Mark goes on his crazy moments. I just don't need them to happen every week. Like, if we could just keep him on the mic limited to, like, once every 2 to 3 weeks, I'm fine with it.
When he's serious, he's a good promo. It's all the gimmick stuff where
Listen. The word
too far.
The word of the day. I love the word of the day. Anyways, backstage, back to commercial break, Chris and Monet are fighting. Monet is winning that fight. They come out.
Yeah, Monet apparently found stat.
Yeah, they come out to the ring. Athena comes from out of nowhere and hits Chris from behind. I said, let's go.
Yeah, Stat started getting the upper hand, and Athena came out for blindsided her.
I said, let's go, Athena sighting.
Right?
They hit Monet with the backstabber and then the O-face. And then fucking Willow and Harley ruined my happiness.
You knew it was going to happen. Because they're promoting the match between those four.
I know, but the team that I really want to win at this point should not be run off by fucking Willow and Harley, okay?
We're gonna win. It's gonna be them two against Tony and Shirakawa.
Which is probably...
With Tony and Shirakawa probably winning.
It is the best option for the matches. Absolutely.
Yep, and I think that hopefully sets up Athena for the TBS title. And I want Athena to win the TBS title.
I do too. We get a Bandito vignette. That was...
Hey, it was sweet. It was actually a sweet little vignette.
It was adorable. I didn't care, but it was adorable.
Yeah, I didn't care either, but it gave Bandito more personality than just him doing the Macarena.
Listen. You're gonna stop hating on the goofy stuff in wrestling, okay? Like, the goofy stuff is what pushes us through all the other bullshit.
I didn't say anything about the goofy stuff.
No,
I'm just saying it elaborated on his character.
It did. He's doing it for his
His
family.
abuela was there.
Like every other Hispanic wrestler. I put women's tag tournament match, Sisters of Sin versus Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. Shoot me. Two absolutely mediocre wrestlers versus the Sisters of Sin.
And I hated this match. I was not a fan.
Guys,
go ahead. You liked it.
Explain
yourself.
I am only talking shit. If anything,
I am not. I didn't care for this match.
If anything, the Sisters of Sin are the mediocre wrestlers. I was just talking about what I typed.
Oh, yeah, they're a little green.
Now here's the thing. I did enjoy this match. Other than the one thing that I didn't like was Hayter dumped Julia right on the top of her fucking head because for the second week in a row or the second time in 3 weeks, she tried to do that spot where she suplexes two people at the same time.
Well, it was a 4-person spot.
They
did the 2-person spot later, and it worked perfectly.
It was a 4-person spot, but it's happened either 2 weeks in a row or 2 out of the last 3 weeks where Hayter goes to do this, and she ends up dumping somebody on their fucking head.
Maybe Julia's head is just really heavy.
And I was like, and I even
wasn't it her the last time too?
I believe so. I said she's got to stop. What did I say to you specifically? I said, aside from Hayter damn near paralyzing someone for the second time in a row with a double suplex spot, she obviously isn't strong enough to do, regardless of how many times she kisses her fucking arms. And here's the thing.
There have been several things to happen.
Here's the thing. She is strong, a strong female wrestler. I'm not knocking her for that, but she's not suplexed two people at the same time strong. Because
she did it later in this match.
To suplex.
She suplexed both Julia and Sky later in the match.
I absolutely did not see that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I did not see
it
that.
Happened. It happened.
But I don't care. She still fucked it up.
I looked at because I was watching it and I go, "Hey, she didn't dump her on her head this time."
But then that's cool. She's fucked it up 2 out of 3 times though. But she needs to stop doing it because,
it's just a bad thing in tag matches. They just need to stop it.
Well, even if it's just her,
need to be reserved for the very big wrestler doing it to the
2 super tiny ones. If Lashley's doing it to Hook and Ricochet, cool.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
It makes sense. Next thing you know, we're gonna get to see Hayter do it to fucking Penelope and Olympia.
Or if Megan Bayne did it to the Sisters of Sin.
Right.
It makes a little more sense. Because that's a big bitch.
But yeah, she keeps trying to kill Julia for some reason.
It's like Sky Blue and her take turns just getting.
No, it depends on who, dude. It depends on who it is. Because it's with Sky, it's Queen Aminata. Queen Aminata tries to kill her once every 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah, usually in a multi-woman match on Collision.
What are we doing, people? And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna put the 2 people that keep trying to kill the other 2 people in real life in the same match, because.
Thankfully, they should be away from each other for a while, given the brackets.
Well, I mean, I don't think so, because
there is always collision
toward the end,
and blood and guts too.
Toward the end of the match, Tekla took Jamie Hart out on the outside of the ring. I don't know where Tekla came from. They absolutely
hate her.
I put Jamie Hart, didn't I?
Jamie Hart, yeah.
Well, I don't know why I typed that. Listen,
It was probably Jamie / Hart because they were both outside because Jamie was chasing Julia Hart.
But Tekla took Jamie Hayter out on the outside of the ring. I don't know where Tekla came from. I don't know if she was hiding under the ring or if she like jumped in from the crowd.
I don't know. Production missed this fucking spot, and it just flashed Tekla really quick to the point where Excalibur was confused on commentary and thought it was Julia Hart that took her out.
Now, Tekla did go under the ring after the spot.
Yeah, because they explained it afterwards. She apparently slid out, speared her, and then rolled back under. So it probably would have been really cool to see.
I
digress.
The Sisters of Sin have a hard time picking up Aminata, but they managed to get her up, and then they do the whatever their finishing move is called. And they get the win. So that they can go on to lose to whoever wins the other match.
Yep. Womp womp.
Backstage, we get the biggest, the both best and not best news that I could have gotten. Penelope is out of the tournament, which is the best news. The not best news is I don't like that it's because of injury. I would have just liked for Bane to have had another tag team partner.
Yeah, just kept Penelope as the valet.
However, I hope Penelope gets better. I don't wish injuries on anybody, except for maybe Don Callis and
and Chris Jericho.
And Chris Jericho. No, I don't even wish injuries on Jericho. I don't. I technically
only Don Callis.
Only Don Callis.
Don Callis has more heat than Jericho.
Listen, man. I told you Don Callis has go away heat for me at this point. Like, get off my TV, dude.
I felt the same way about the Bucks a few weeks ago, so it comes and goes. It ebbs and flows.
I don't actually wish injury on anybody, guys. Not even Don Callis.
Yeah,
it's a joke.
Facetious.
I hope Penelope gets better soon. I know they said she's out indefinitely, which means she's probably out 6 to 8 months, if not more.
Yeah, if it really is a UCL, I don't know if they said she tore it or what. If she tore her UCL, it's probably several months because it's got to have surgery to reattach and then rehab.
But during this whole thing, Bane was like, if any women in the back wants to team up with me and make history, let me know. Marina Shafir shows up, and I'm like, A, it makes sense, but B, I don't care.
They're going to be a tough out, quote unquote, for whoever they face.
Yeah, they will. So, yeah. Mox's face during that was funny, though.
Yeah, he was like playing cheerleader in the background.
He was surprised. I was like, oh, shit. The people better watch out. Then we get the main event. 4-way for the number 1 contendership for the world title. Samoa Joe versus Ricochet versus Hook versus Bobby Lashley. And I'm going to say it right here. This is actually probably truthfully my match of the night.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like is I thought this match would have been a little better had they had a little more time to let things breathe a little bit, because at times it was really chaotic.
Well, and they had time because the post-match, there was a very long nothingness that felt like they took too long for the setup.
It did take way too long.
The setup was
mistimed it.
Post setup was amazing. After everything happened, I loved it. But there was that lull where nothing was happening for like 30 to 45 seconds, and you're just like, well, what the hell's going on? But we'll get to that.
It seemed like it took way too long. The beating up of the guy. We'll get there.
So the match itself, though, was amazing, dude. These 4 people had probably some of the best chemistry I've seen in a 4-way dance in a long time.
Yeah, everybody had a chance to shine, which sometimes doesn't happen. So.
Yeah. Hook had some spunk going into this. He was attacking Joe, attacking Bobby. He was like the biggest people in the yard. I'm going to bite their nose off. What did Bill used to tell us? Bite their nose off. And
there was a spot where Lashley had Hook on the outside, and he looked into the camera and said, "Sorry, Taz," and spine busted him onto the apron.
I said he's attacking Bobby. LMAO, doesn't he know that Bobby hurts people?
He does. He hurts people.
Joe got his nope spot on Ricochet, which is always amazing.
And it was great.
The timing is always so well done.
The timing was good, and Ricochet's face.
Where the hell did you go? It was almost like that one guy when he dove off and he just kind of stuck his arms up in the air midair.
Right. good.
we finally got a face to face Samoa Joe Bobby Lashley moment that was super dope.
Yeah, they wrestled very briefly for a little short time, and I was like, let's fucking go.
I was like, this is still a match that I really want. Um,
Right?
Lashley caught Ricochet midair and gave him a Dominator for his troubles.
Yep.
Listen, guys, this dude's like 85 years old and he's still catching people midair. I'm just saying.
Lashley's not that old.
I know, he's like 40.
Like 47.
Listen, he's almost 50. All right, this dude is 40 something, but he looks like he's like 28.
Yeah, he's in phenomenal shape.
He might be able to wrestle into his 60s and have no issues.
He is not 47. He is 49.
Yeah. We even got to watch Hook hit a nasty T-bone on Joe that I was not expecting.
Yep.
Ricochet jumped over the top at both Lashley and then Joe, but somehow managed to land on his feet both times. And the Lashley one was way more impressive because like he did this like spinning backwards heel toe kick and landed on his feet on the outside and then jumped in and went and dove over to dude. It was dude. Ricochet is so good. He just needs to not be a bitch.
I agree.
Bobby was now the moment that I was talking about that I thought was terrible. So Joe sets up the Muscle Buster on Hook, and even when he did, I said, "Oh, is Lashley about to dive in out of nowhere and hit a spear?"
And Joe just kept marching there in place instead of dropping him.
Joe was marching in place until Lashley got in the ring, and Lashley didn't just run in and spear. He had to run off both ropes before he did it. And I'm like, dude, if he would have just turned around with the Muscle Buster, took 3 steps, and took a spear, it would have been a perfect fucking moment.
Yep, but one of them was out of position, so they that was their way of doing the reset.
And listen, I'll be honest with you. It very obviously was Bobby. Bobby should have been in the ring sooner.
I don't know if he should have been in the ring sooner or by the time he did get in the ring, Joe had turned around and was too close to the center for them to take the bump.
Right.
Because he had Hook on his shoulder, so Hook obviously is going to fall backwards as well.
Right. But like I said, as soon as he got him in the Muscle Buster, I was like, oh, he's going to hit a spear on him. This is going to be super dope. And then I was like, is it coming? There it goes.
Yeah, it would, like you said, it would have been better if it was a lot more smooth.
And then at the end,
you wouldn't have to hit the damn ropes twice.
At the end, Ricochet hits Lashley with a chair. Lashley starts to chase him off. This distracts Hook long enough for Hook to get put in the Coquina clutch. Lashley jumped up onto the apron and then I guess decided to not go in to kick Hook.
No, Hook tapped out when he was about to step through the ropes.
It looked like he was.
I would have rather Ricochet and Lashley just ran completely to the back.
Well, my problem was Lashley was on the apron for a little bit longer than it would have taken for him to actually get in the ring and break it up. Like he didn't know if he wanted to break up the attempt or not. Like it was weird.
Yeah, he knew it was too late. He was trying to get in, but Lashley's not super coordinated.
Right.
He's a big ass dude, but he's not like super coordinated. And
but Joe gets the tap out, which we all expected Joe to win that match. Listen,
yep.
I'd have rather Ricochet won if I'm being honest. I think a Ricochet Hangman match would have been a banger.
Honestly, Ricochet was probably the person who looked the best this match.
Yeah. Lashley,
the dives.
Lashley looked great too, though. Oh.
Yeah,
it's so hard to pick.
Everybody had a chance. Everybody had a chance to shine.
I'm glad Hook didn't win. Listen, it's not hate on Hook, but he's not.
Hook's not there yet.
Not there yet. However, any of the other 3 men could have won. I'd have been okay with it because I think regardless, Paige is going to have a good match out of any of the 3 of them.
I agree.
Now we get to the post match, and we're apparently getting a contract signing. Tony Schiavone's in the ring to make it happen. Tony Schiavone is dressed up and has been for the entire night like the Phantom from the Phantom of the Opera.
He's dressed as himself with a Phantom of the Opera mask on.
Whatever.
Because he's wearing khakis and a blue blazer.
A bunch of costume people come out with the contract. Joe thought that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was Paige because the last time there was a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, it was Paige. So he had the ops take out the entire group of costumed people. They go to rip the mask off the Stay Puft, and it's very obviously not Paige. Um, Joe then gets a mic, apologizes to the costume guys because Hangman was apparently not very creative tonight. And boy, was he actually, because during all of this, we see Shivani get back into the ring in the background, grab a drink with all the other guys, and all of a sudden, Shivani starts to say some things that are like, he's like, we're here to celebrate AEW, we're the best wrestle, and we're here to celebrate the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page, who is the definition of cowboy shit. And then that's when you notice that it's not actually Shivani in the ring. It is fucking Hangman Page dressed up as Shivani, who's dressed up like the Phantom of the Opera. Which I thought was very well done, because I don't know when they switched places. It had to be during the attack.
It's when they attacked, because Shivani got out of the ring.
But
and then when quote unquote Shivani got back in the ring, they went tight to Joe's kind of face and torso,
right,
to not get new Tony Schiavone on frame as much. That's
even if they would have, he
was keeping his head down, and unless you were looking for it,
he was also wearing padding under his clothes to make him look a little rounder.
Oh yeah, he had a pillow under there, so he had Tony's little belly bulge.
So like, dude, I actually thought it was Tavoni. I thought it was Tony at first, until I realized after he said cowboy shit, and I was like, oh no, that's absolutely not Tony. But then I was curious where Tony was standing, because I was like, he's obviously still talking on the mic somewhere. So was he back in the back at this point? Was he under the ring? Was he just off to the side?
I just like off to the side behind him and Joe.
But no, it was very well done. And then of course, Hangman beat their asses.
Yep, kicked the other two in the balls and then beat down on Joe a little bit.
Now, he went to go shatter a beer bottle over Samoa Joe's head, and that fucker just bounced right off. I kind of feel bad for Joe. I hope...
Right. Oh, oops, that wasn't the sugar one. That wasn't the sugar glass one.
I hope it was plastic. Because that would have sucked.
Plastic would have bent in and... Yeah, Joe's a tough guy. He'll be all right.
I mean, Joe's going to be fine. I was just like, ooh, it did not break. Did not break.
Yeah, the post-match just took too damn long.
Yeah, so there was a segment during all of this. And guys, if it would have just all happened that quick, would have been perfectly fine. It did not happen that quick. It was... They sign the contract, and then they stand in the ring for a while, and like nothing's going on. And then finally you hear Tony Schiavone start to talk after like 30 to 45 seconds of just nothing happening and everybody standing around looking confused. And
because everybody's getting in their spot so they didn't miss their cues.
And it was just awkward. Shout out to the production team though on the actual, like the one thing they did get right, the zoom in on the Joe and everybody, and the like that's 2 weeks in a row they've done really well with something like that where someone pops up in the background.
It's sad that they did one thing right, but screwed up two others.
Listen, take the wins when you can.
That's true.
So yeah, like I said, overall, I thought it was a really good show. Shout out to several of the costumes that people were trying to wear tonight. Chris Statlander, I believe, was dressed up as Rey from Star Wars.
Okay, good, because I was confused about her outfit.
I'm pretty sure it was Rey.
That was supposed to be a Star Wars tunic, huh?
I believe so. Hold on. Rey from Star Wars outfit.
Maybe it was Dark Rey.
It might have been Dark Rey. Because I'm pretty sure it was this outfit. Here, I'm gonna copy the image and send it to you. I believe this was the outfit she was wearing. Just without the actual sash hanging down, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah. It was similar. It was baggy on her though.
I could be off. It might not be Rey, but I was pretty sure it was.
Regardless, she wasn't dressed like normal.
I liked Monet's spiderweb outfit that she was wearing.
I didn't even realize that was anything. Monet always comes out there in those bodysuits and shit, so I didn't even put two and two together.
So so there's two things I specifically look for in costuming when it comes to... So this time of year specifically, I try to look at everyone's costumes because usually wrestlers like to try and flip their outfits into some sort of Halloween-ish type thing. And I'm not necessarily even saying horror, but they usually like to try and make their outfits look something like something else. Like, I would have absolutely popped big when the Elite came out as Ghostbusters. I would have. With that being said, though, I try to look at their costumes, but Monet, I always try to look at her costume, especially ever since her NWO outfit.
Yeah, I was about to say, her gear lately has been pretty dope.
I definitely try to look at her outfits, regardless of the time of year at this point, because she likes to throw some acknowledgement to the history of wrestling, if you pay close enough attention.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, the Stay Puft guy came back again, but that was obviously not...
That was a callback.
Brian,
it was a misdirect and a callback.
Bryan Danielson was dressed as Hechicero, who he's never wrestled before, apparently.
Was he really?
He was. Which I thought that was pretty cool because we had two white guys dressed as luchadors out on the outside of the ring. Excalibur just dressed as himself.
Man in mask.
No, I love the whole thing. I love that Bryan Danielson dressed as Hechicero because that conversation where Don Callis was like, "Have you ever wrestled someone like Hechicero?" And he's like, "Don, I did wrestle.
I wrestled him twice.
I wrestled him."
Yeah.
I wish he would have dressed up as, like, I don't know, El Generico. I think that would have been funny.
Yeah. Would have been a deep cut too.
Yeah, it would have. No one would have got it except for us. I mean, people would have got it. That's a lie.
It's like people in their 40s that saw the Jim Cornette Ring of Honor era. Which I keep thinking about. I might go back and watch because I don't remember it like on a week-to-week basis.
But yeah, so there were some fun costumes there tonight. I was bummed to not see the Outrunners, because they probably would have dressed like another pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, they're a Collision program. Maybe they'll have costumes still on Collision.
I really need them.
Just be the next day.
I really need them to also switch it up and maybe dress up like a beer brand, like maybe have some Coors styled pants. That'd be hilarious. But like, go full 80s, dude. Go full 80s machismo.
Hell, they may have on the Indies. Who knows?
Who knows? Anyways, guys, that is going to do it. I thought it was, like I said, a pretty good episode.
Yeah, we've been spoiled this week so far with the TVs. The TVs both have been pretty solid so far.
Which is good. That means when we inevitably get let down by SmackDown and Collision, it won't hurt as bad.
Especially on a week that's going to have so many shows. So we had Raw, we just did Dynamite, we've got SmackDown, we've got 2 shows on Saturday to watch.
I will say SmackDown specifically I am looking forward to because it's on Halloween. So I am looking forward to seeing what costumes people wear. Because again, it's that time of year.
What's Chelsea Green going to wear?
My favorite still is, was it Mickie James that dressed up as Trish Stratus one year? It's amazing. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to SmackDown Friday, specifically for all that. What matches
It's the go home for Saturday night main event.
are scheduled for SmackDown on Halloween 2025?
Yeah.
Okay, they're... Oh, these guys are dumb.
These guys are
AI, guys, this is why I don't trust Google AI. There is no SmackDown scheduled for October 31st, 2025, as the show is typically held on a Friday and Halloween is on a Thursday. No. Halloween is Friday. No. You stupid AI. Anyways, the matches that are confirmed, Ilya Dragunov is going to be defending in an open challenge. Oh, Lord.
Sticking with the open challenge thing still.
Okay, I'm no longer looking forward to SmackDown.
Why?
Alexa Bliss is apparently wrestling Nia Jax. And then we get Carmelo Hayes versus Kit Wilson. Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
Are you sure? What year are you in?
October 25th, 2025. United States Open Challenge. Ilya Dragunov defends in an Open Challenge. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. Carmelo Hayes versus Kit Wilson.
I don't like any of that, really.
Well, the Ilya Dragunov thing should be fine.
Well, who's he? It depends on who he faces.
Is that
Kit
is
and
that not
Carmelo
how?
probably won't be bad either, but
Is
I
that?
don't want to see Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss at all.
Yeah, no, me neither. As a matter of fact, I hope it's somebody dressed up like Nia Jax, because I just don't care. Like, I don't.
Well,
I want her. Listen, I have never wanted. Listen, send her to NXT so I ain't got to watch her. You know, I'm not even going to say that I want her fired. I just want her off TV. Send her to NXT. Let the NXT people have her. Maybe she can get better down there or something. I doubt it, but maybe. And
it's not even her. It's her whole thing. It's like not even just the wrestling. She's awful on the microphone. Honestly, her work doesn't bother me that much. As much as her character is stupid, and she's awful on the mic, and she hurts people.
I'm gonna see if there's any other thing to talk about.
I don't even know why Alexa would
no.
even want to do that.
This is confirmed by several places. So, it says Ilya will still do the thing, and then they said David versus Goliath, which is Nia Jax reigniting her rivalry with old tag partner Alexa Bliss. She's trying to drive a wedge between Bliss and her current WWE Tag Team Champion and her current WWE Tag Team partner, Charlotte Flair. Jax firmly believes that it's just a matter of time till the champions turn on one another.
I also agree that's how that team will break up.
Right. I just don't want it to involve Nia. And then, yeah, apparently the Kit Wilson thing because they got mad at each other during last week's SmackDown.
I don't remember that.
You probably didn't watch the show.
I watched 40-minute highlights. 40-minute highlight video.
I don't think they would have shown that.
The best part of watching the show is it being 45 minutes instead of 2 hours.
But yeah, I am no longer giving a shit about SmackDown. We're going to talk about it Friday because I don't have D&D, but
he's not going to enjoy it.
I'm probably not going to enjoy it. I'm looking more forward to Collision at this point. Bring on Blood and Guts or something. I don't fucking know. I don't.
We got a couple weeks before the Blood and Guts.
Yeah, I know. See, why can't they do cool shit like that on Saturdays? Like, give me a good Blood and Guts show on a Saturday instead of doing it on Dynamite. Give us a reason.
Do it at a pay-per-view, because Blood and Gut TV War Games matches are usually not very good.
Listen, on TV they use pizza cutters to cut people open. We'll be all right. It's AEW.
They did that one time, and Domino's was not amused.
To be fair, it was timing. Terrible timing.
No, the terrible thing was they allowed Nick Gage on that show in the first place.
Yeah, they did. Apparently, he's in rehab now.
Super.
Anyways, that covers everything. We'll see you guys Friday for SmackDown. Don't forget main event and Collision on Saturday, because why don't we want to watch two shows at the exact same fucking time?
I know, right?
Like, why can't they just put a Collision on like 2 hours earlier? Like, ugh.
Usually they move Collision to like the afternoon or something on those days. Usually, or a completely different day.
Usually for Saturday night's main event, Collision's on a Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Hold on.
What day? Is it?
That's what I'm looking up.
3 days in a row.
No, dude. October 20th.
Is it actually Saturday?
Saturday, October. No, that was last week's. Hold on.
November 3rd.
It says this week on Saturday. Listen. Dude, Google AI is trash. As a matter of fact, why does Google AI suck? It doesn't give me a good answer. It stopped giving me the AI thing. What day is hold on. Actually, let's do this. Is AEW Collision on Thursday or Saturday?
This week.
Hold on. Thursday, October 30th or Saturday, November 1st.
Second.
It'd be November
Oh, yeah,
1st.
First.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, okay, listen. Google AI says November 1st.
So Saturday it is.
So yeah, dude, that's crazy. They're actually going to run Collision at the same time as Saturday night's main event.
They know their ratings are going to be trash, so they're just doing it.
Do you realize that Collision's episode is probably going to absolutely suck? Like, and I mean more than normal.
I mean, it's possible.
I'm not looking.
And the
forward
messed
to
up
that.
thing is, it's a taped show, so they could have just aired it tomorrow.
They really could have. Is it a taped show?
Yeah, because there's already results for it.
Oh, I should go look those up. I won't.
I'd like to be surprised by the actual show.
I do too. You know, although I was like, again, if I'd have gone into the episode of Collision where old dude hurt himself and not known that he hurt himself.
Oh yeah, it would have been a completely different show probably. That thing ruined everything for me.
I probably would not have spent the entire first 30 minutes of a great match worried about when something crazy is going to happen. Anyways, guys, as I've said several times before, that's it. We love y'all. We'll see y'all Saturday, Friday, whatever. Deuces!
Later.